to another edition of Market Marauders. Today I've been going over Activision Blizzard Incorporated. So currently their price is $50.96. We're going to dive into it to see some of their financials and see what's going on, and whether you should buy, hold, or sell this stock. So first thing, we're going to go over. So this is one of their press releases. Um, this says that you know that they've basically gotten the Spyro trilogy. And if you guys remember from the PlayStation days, Spyro was a game about a dragon. It was a very popular game. I remember I had it on PlayStation 1 way back in the day. Um, they're just basically saying that they have this game, and they're making a trilogy for it. It's along the lines of they already have the Crash Team Racing game, which is pretty fun in itself. But this is just another game they're adding to the repertoire of games moving forward, which I think is pretty cool. It's amazing that they're revamping this whole trilogy and bringing it back out. I think a lot of the millennials will recognize it and definitely appreciate it with better graphics. So next, so this was just released today, the 29th. It says Overwatch League announces multi-year deal with Kellogg, Cheez-It, and Pringles. So, you know, um, in the in the past, people thought video games were just like something you play at home, but video games is, you know, become very marketable. It's something that everybody does, and it's very competitive. As you all may be aware of, a kid won the grand prize like $3 million playing Fortnite. So the impact of video games is far more than just a hobby. It's something you can actually make money doing. And I think Activision Blizzard really are looking at increasing their leagues, and having, and this basically just shows that corporate brands are on board with the fact that you know realizing that video games and like the Overwatch League is not just like something that children do. It's actually, pretty marketable, and it's a good way to promote your company. So next, talk about this was on 26th. It says Overwatch League announces Xfinity as 2019 playoffs. So basically, Overwatch League is teamed up with Xfinity, uh, Comcast, Xfinity, basically as like their main sponsor for these Overwatch League playoffs. Which is really good because Xfinity is a very good service. Um, every time I've had them, it's been real reliable. So that's a good another positive move forward, showing that big corporate brands are willing to partner with gaming brands such as Activision and Blizzard. And this is just their second quarter. This came out August 8th. Just going into, some of the numbers of it. Basically, it says Activision had $37 million, Blizzard had $32 million, and King had $258 million. And, they have Call of Duty, uh, the Crash Bandicoot series, Hearthstone, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, and Candy Crush. So it says Call of Duty had an uh, additionally, Black Ops 4 hours play grew over 50% year over year versus WW2, which, I mean, I play Black Ops 4, so I can definitely attest to that. Crash Team Racing, it's a fairly new game that's out. I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely a competitor for the Mario racing series, but it has to be out a little longer for me to solidify it as being like a definite contender with the Mario series. And then as for deep engagement, Call of Duty franchise total hours grew by double digits. At Blizzard, daily time spent per player increased year over year. Overwatch League hours viewed continued to grow year over year in two stages held during Q2. So basically, it's just showing growth all around. Um, you know, in my opinion, I think that game companies are not really companies that are looked at that often. I feel like they're overlooked a lot, but there's a lot of value when it comes to gaming companies. They can always connect with other companies for marketing, and that also boosts the company in terms of sales. So the more people that know about it, the more people are going to play it and download their apps. So I think this is definitely a stock to watch, um, and a stock to buy, moving forward, because these titles are only going to get bigger. Call of Duty's been around for a long time. Candy Crush is like one of the largest games out there for phone and tablet devices. Overwatch is pretty big, and Blizzard is really big, and this Crash series is definitely going. Crash and Spyro is definitely going back to those millennials. So there's a pretty broad target range when it comes to the games that they're actually providing. So I'm definitely gonna call this a definite buy and hold for the long term, because I think they can only grow from this point. It's been another episode of Mark Marauders. Give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Uh, like it, share it, comment, and let me know if it helped you. It's been another episode of Mark Marauders. See you all next time.